go. Hey, Marcia. Good morning. Hey there. Charlotte, Katie, Tammy, Teresa. Good morning. I had a weird start to my day today. Slept through my alarm and everything. Well, welcome. It's buyer seller support day. More seller support than buyer support, but I feel like a lot of what we learn as sellers helps our buyers. Oh, what's happening with your friend? What's going on? Hey, Melanie. Is it Nate? Naye? Natural? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I probably totally just butchered your name. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh. She has just got to be just rattled. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Are you close to her? Are you guys near each other? Where you can be with her? Oh my gosh. Mm. Yeah, definitely praying for her, that family. Oh my goodness. Hey, Miss Cher. Prayer warriors, reunite today. That is my husband's a mechanic and a welder, and those kinds of things are things that you don't think about every day, but you know they're possible, and it's just such a mm. Oh, so they moved him a little farther out for a better hospital. Hey, you know what? They're doing, yeah, they're doing what's best. So yeah. Oh man. Oh, prayers over those doctors and nurses that are going to be taking care of him. That they can get that taken care of. Oh my gosh, I just can't even imagine. I really can't. Mm. And this is all today. This just like, oh my gosh, I just can't even. No, God bless our freaking first responders. They were able to life flight him. That kind of time just does wonders for people. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey Susu, welcome back. Jazz, Black Desert Rocker, welcome. Bruin, welcome back. Casey is here. Saw, Jim Dot. Hey Barb. Girl, you made me cry. You know I don't want to get into it on here with you, but I just opened the package from you. And I was like, I need to sit down and write you a letter. I was gonna message you a letter, and I thought, no, I'm gonna sit down and write this woman a letter because this is just. Barb is my personal guardian angel on here. Oh. No, I want to. I miss that. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but over the last 20 years or so, the art of writing a letter has gone to crap. And Barb, you are such it's so refreshing and it feels so wonderful to not get too emotional about it because I'm in my feelings for sure right now with Marcia and her friend. I'm just feeling so bad for that family right now. When I got a letter in the mail, it was almost 90% from my grandmother. So I don't get letters. Anywho, I absolutely adore that you do that. So it's just refreshing to get one in the mail. Kids today don't know what it means to get a letter in the mail because they get an instant response from people. We all do. but children specifically, because as a child, we didn't have that. You got a postcard when someone was away. You got a letter in the mail when it had been weeks since you'd seen each other. You got that long distance phone call that you had to be mindful of the time when you were on, So the letters were so important because there was no time requirements on those. You could just spill. And I got the letters back. Oh, well, I hear that, Sue. We all need to slow down sometimes. The world is programmed to be in quick mode most of the time. Yes, this is a wonderful, wonderful, life changing platform. It's why I do this show. It's why I choose this every day to start my days because I don't want to go back to the way things were before. This brings me way too much joy. um, but no. If you have ever, I know the younger crowd may not always, yeah, doing really well. Happy tears and some sad ones. It's a fluctuating thing this morning. We need prayers for Marsha's friend and her family. Her husband was crushed between two vehicles, and he was meta-flighted to get medical care, and that's just a really scary thing. And then happy tears because I getting a letter in the mail, a handwritten letter, it just hits different. It really does. It just reminds me of, I don't want to say better times because I really love my life right now, but a simpler time. You can just put it that way. A simpler time because it's not the norm anymore. So it's so refreshing to have that happen. Um, if you are the type that you are home and you're on whatnot to pass the time, to fill a void, to escape. If any of that resonates with you, um, oh, all right, Barb. Have a wonderful day, Barb. Um, this platform is, yes, a selling site, but it's why I named my book Beyond the Bid. It's why my show is called Beyond the Bid, because this platform can do so much more for you than be a place to run an auction or list an item. And that's that. Oh, see the oh my gosh, Kel, that's awesome. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, and that's really good for memory care because that especially with your grandma being 79. Like that was definitely a regular occurrence. Yeah, that's that's memory triggering for sure. Yeah, that's wonderful. When I was going through some of my grandmother's things from her sewing room, I came across a letter that I had written to her when her best friend had passed away. And it was her neighbor. Her name was Rita, and Rita had went to go to California to visit her children. And she got on the plane. My grandma took her to the airport, dropped her off. She landed in LA. The kids picked her up, and then it was a late flight. She got to her daughter's house, put her stuff down, said she unloaded in the morning, told her kids good night, and never woke up again. And all I remembered as a kid, because I was like 8 or 9 when this happened, was that her husband Frank had passed away in his sleep, and she woke up to him, passed away, and we were there that summer, and she was just devastated, obviously. But she was always like, he's with God. He's, this is how he wanted to go. If he were to go early, he wanted to go this way. She always had this positive connotation about it. And in the letter that I wrote to my grandma with my 9-year-old handwriting and all the misspellings was, she went to be with God and Frank, and now she'll be able to watch over you and Grandpa. And like, I just wrote her this little bitty letter about, trying to be that voice to her, and she had kept it all those years in her sewing room, and now I have it back. So yeah, handwritten letters are just something you don't. It's not you can't replicate it. A text won't do it. An email won't do it. It is special. It is completely different. Not to take away from that heartfelt text or email. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying, if you've never lived through that generation where that was how you communicated, you may not understand. Handwritten recipe cards. Yep. I've got one. It's a strawberry shortcake. It was my grandma's, and it has recipes from her and all of her friends from church and these card groups she was in, and these bowling league people, and like there's all these little notes around them, like the year that it was given to her, and if she tried it, and if she changed something, and like I really, and it's in cursive, which my kids call the ancient text. But I've thought a lot about like photographing it, getting some high resolution images of all of them, but then converting them into text and printing the recipes. So I have like a photo and then the typed out for those that can't read the ancient text. Because there's some recipes in there that, I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. Some about Jello and carrots, shredded carrots. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But, it's those things that they made. And, so it would be neat to just make everything that's in there, even if I don't want to eat it, like just to make it all, knowing that, she took the time to put them in there and they were special to her. So, yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Handwritten anything really. That's why when I find fabric with handwriting on it, it's extra. I just love that too. I love anything with handwriting. Carrots add moisture. Well, it was a jello. I do remember that it had raisins. And I'm just thinking moisture and raisins just makes a grape again, and I don't know that I want to eat a rehydrated grape. Meh. I don't know. You've had that and it's actually delicious. See, that's why I feel like I should make this stuff because, like it or try it, you might like it. That was always said to me as a kid, and I was like, ew. I wasn't a picky eater, but I was very specific on texture. Like if it was a salad but it had fruit in it, I was like, no. Or yeah, like if it was a vegetable that was in something that should have been having a fruit, I was like, no, just no. And outside of spaghetti, I don't like pasta with meat. So, I don't. That was always weird too. Adventurous eater, but I have my limits. I wasn't so great with the hamburger helper as a kid. My mom hated feeding me that because I was such a brat about it. I absolutely would not eat it. I would go hungry. I'd be sitting at that table until like 10 o'clock at night, and finally she's like, "Go to bed." And now, like, if my nieces and nephews don't eat what's given to them, they get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. I'm like, yeah, I didn't get that, guys. Y'all better eat that sandwich right now and not complain about the PB and J because we got nothing if we didn't eat what we were made. So, oh man. So, of all who's here, first welcome. This is the buyer seller support show. I created, and if you go to my auction tab, I have free screenshots. You can go in there and grab some infographics on different ways to improve your beginnings on the platform. If you're already selling and you want uh, little tips and tricks, just to better understand the information and use it and utilize all of whatnot for what it has to offer. Those are in there. You do want to click the picture and swipe over because the infographics for the main picture are square, but there are typically more. So you just swipe over and just grab all the screenshots. If you don't want to have a photo album full of screenshots, I did compile them into a handbook. It is in a different format. It's more like a Cliff's Notes for whatnot. It's bite-sized chunks of information. It's $10, and I've been gone for a week, and I wanted to do something special this week with coming back. So for every book that I sell, I'm going to auction one off at $1. So I went ahead and created a listing for that. So if you purchase the book, someone here will be able to bid on one and possibly get one for $1. So um, that is those things are already in the shop. The handbook is a living edition. So where those screenshots are static, you will have them. They will be helpful, but as time goes on, whatnot does change. And with my book being a digital book, and it's also through Google Drive. It's a living edition. So anytime something changes, hey there, I update the handbook. And because you already have access to it, you get the updated version. So once you purchase the book, you have the living copy. So anytime something happens, you get to know what those changes are. Unlike the screenshots where those I will have to go in and remove and replace, and then what you have may not be accurate anymore. But what's in there now is what's currently those helpful tools for right now. We are having a shipping change August 1st, so that portion of the book will be updated probably before around the 25th of July. I'm really giving it to see if they do anything else before I make that final change in the book. But there will be some shipping changes coming, and so if you already have the book, you'll see that when you go in after August 1st, it'll be active after August 1st on what to do. And actually a few days before. I want to say that I have it written down to do it on like the 25th or something like that. So that way you have a few days to kind of acclimate to it. Um, the other day when my mom was still here, I went through my shipping closet and I started pulling out all of my flat rate boxes because those are what's changing. We're not going to be using those anymore. And I have a ton of them. When I order them constantly, and now that we won't be using those, I'm like, well, shoot, I'm going to use what I can. But several were still um, oh, yeah, don't let it be a reason to not try. Just know that I'm here, there's other people on this platform that are very open to helping through those early stages. The best thing I can say is to make sure you set up the listing and have those custom shipping settings so that way you have it dialed in for yourself. If your listing is correct, your shipping is going to be a breeze. It's when your listing weight is not correct that it can come at you later. But yeah, listing the proper weight that's key. Um, but if you're a seller and you do have a ton of these flat rate boxes that we're about to not be able to use, you can take them back to the postal service. I have several that are still in the plastic um, because, like I said, I order them in bulk, and so when I'm ready, I'm going to take them right back to my post office and drop them off. So in the shop, I have poly bags and the internal bags, the cellophane style bags um, that I use. And then I have a newer one that it's a thicker mill bag. So a lot of that's in the shop. I also use Ground Advantage shipping supplies because I also sell on another platform where I'm able to get those supplies. I'm hoping Whatnot becomes like that other platform and offers us those Ground Advantage shipping boxes and bags. Um, now that we can't use the priority. And again, over the next few days, as I'm building those pages out on the changes, I'm hoping that's what I come to find. I'm really hoping that's the case. Otherwise, yes, that is it. We're not allowed to talk about it, but yes, that is it. Um, on that one, they now it's minimum quantities. I'll tell you that. Oh no, no, no! I'm glad you said it because that allowed me to corroborate that. So yes, um, they don't let you buy much. You can buy 100 pieces at a time, and you can't reorder more until you receive your order. So that's kind of tough. If you're shipping out 50 packages a day, that 100 is not fast enough. So, hey there. So yeah, It's got that's why I'm really hoping that Whatnot uh, gets some sort of deal with those ground advantage items. They're very similar to the flat rates. They're brown instead of white, and they say ground advantage instead of priority. But they're the same things, just different color and for different ways of shipping. So, um, Mindy need more fabric. I messed up my first show and I had to do unbundling. Oh no, that it's bet. You know what? Be glad that it happened in your first show. I'm serious. That's if of any time for that kind of stuff to happen, it's best for it to happen right away. So that way you can learn from it and now you're all set, right? Like it took a minute and you got it. It's when, things go smoothly for a while and then you have a problem. It's like that's when for me I was like, "Oh my gosh," cuz I didn't have an unbundling problem probably it was probably like month 2. And so I felt confident in my shipping and then this order happens and I'm like, it just felt like the end of the world. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do." So I feel like when those mistakes happen, just take it as a blessing that you're getting that quick fix right then and there on the spot. Um yeah, and it also gives you that opportunity to evaluate where it happened and how you can go in and either adjust an item weight or um if you have to make a custom listing for like the box size that you're gonna need or things like that. So I anytime stuff like that happens, and just that silver lining in there is that it's an opportunity to learn, and that's always good. Has anybody else had? I did get a message from Diane. Are you here, Diane? She also was having an unbundling issue. She's like, it's trying to charge me 921, and she thought that the unbundle would be free because they had already paid X amount of shipping or whatever. But it does that. It can do that. So it is creating a new shipment. So if you unbundle something that's over a pound, it's going to charge you for a new, at this time, another flat rate box. To set a number of item per box. Ah, there we go. Yeah, if they're similar, and the thing with that is sometimes they're not the same type of item. So if it's, so yeah, putting each item what it would be, yeah, that's very helpful. I love that the system can calculate all that for us. Isn't that nice? You can just tell it this is what fits, and it just knows what to do. It's like it. I think how it works is it breaks it down by the square inch or whatever, and then figures it by that. I don't know how. I don't know how it happens, but yeah. The numbering system. So I run my auctions under one listing. It's the item shown listing. So that way, no matter what it is, if I need to change the weight or the dollar amount, I can do that. But the numbers stay chronological. So from item one that I sell to item whatever that I sell, every item is in order. Uh, I used to do it by the weights, especially in the yarn category. If I was selling 1 pound yarn, the 1 pound items would go one through whatever. And then like the 3.5 ounce yarn would go one through whatever. But at the end of the show, if I hadn't bagged it by the customer, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 7 different number ones out here. And then you're having to really micro uh, manage your labels or your shipping packing slips to see what number one it was and all that. And um, it was a lot. So after that, I had been into some other buyer seller supports. Somebody I highly recommend is Disabled Vet. He's wonderful, and he's here in Oklahoma. We've met, and he's a wealth of knowledge. Um, but using a singular listing for auctions and keeping those numbers chronological, it really does speed things up because there's only one of every number. It makes it very easy to find, and as you're running it, as long as you have a place to put them, even if it is per customer or you just have a section where you put all of your sold items, Just knowing that there's only one of everything, it really does make it easier. And then at the end, how do you know whose item is whose? So when you get your packing slip, I don't know that. Let me find one of my packing slips so I can show you. All right, Freedom, I'm going to use my packing slip from you. So when you get your packing slip and they print, each one will say, uh, it'll tell you the number. So if every listing reads identically other than the number, you're just looking at the number, and so got 1, 9, 11, 15, and 21. So you go to where your sold items were, you grab those items, and you're done. If that makes sense, you trust your numbers. So yeah, you just, when you run your packing slips, it tells you exact, and if you set your, so here's another trick. So when you're printing your shipping and labels and your packing slips, there's an option to list them in alphabetical order or by item shown. I run my packing slips by the item sold. So the person that buys item one, their label and packing slip prints first. If they got 2 through 6 or whatever, that takes care of that. The very next one is going to say whatever that very next lowest number is going to be, and then you run through theirs. So I like to do it that way. That way, when I grab the next packing slip, the very first item should be the first item available on the table. Um, that's how I like to do it. But running single auction, you have to be mindful of your weights and your prices if they change. So if you're not selling identical items, it's better to take the 5 seconds to go in and update the price or update the weight than it is to create multiple listings at different weights and different price points to then have multiple items with a number one, a number two, a number three. Like, you just, for me, that's personally speaking. If you use that system and it works, do not break something that's working. Ever do that. You only want to fix it if it's not working for you. If it works, stick with it, because we're each individuals, and what works for us is the only thing that matters. If what I'm doing works good for me but it makes chaos for you, then that's not the right fit. So just know that there's plenty of ways you can sort your items, list your items. You have to, be open to trying different methods, but only do that if you are feeling like things could be better. I wouldn't change something that you find efficient for you, if that helps. How does sales tax work? Is there a report you can run through Whatnot? So Whatnot takes care of all the sales tax. Everything that we do is internet sales. We don't collect any tax from anybody. So when you're filing well, for me, I live in Oklahoma. When I file my state, my monthly sales tax, I report that I owe zero. Whatnot did it. It's that there's a specific line item for me that says internet sales, and that's where those all of my sales are internet sales. So that's where my total goes, and it always generates that I owe nothing. So yeah, if your state has different rules, you do need to check with your local area, see what you have to do. But if it's like Oklahoma, internet sales are different because we do not collect tax. So therefore, we do not pay that back to the state. Whatnot is doing that. We only collect for the items. So if you pay out in shipping, you can go to your reports and it'll tell you how much you paid out in shipping. It'll tell how much you paid out in fees, whether it was for credit card transactions, their commissions, any chargebacks on shipping. All of that information is provided to you in your monthly statement, and then again in your annual statement. You can take pictures and list each one with a name and list them. Yes, you can list things like the buy it now, and run them as auctions. You can list individual items. That is really great for me. I like that when I'm running something very unique, something that I want you to be able to get more information on before I run it. So if I'm doing an estate haul and I have, say, this beautiful vase or a piece of china or an antique sewing machine or whatever it is, I want you to be able to read about it, look through several pictures. My auctions typically are something that just by showing you on the camera, I feel like that's enough information to be an informed buyer. I don't like auctions. I don't like purchasing items in auctions that I wished I could know more information before I buy it. I've learned the hard way that sometimes things can look wonderful and then you get caught up in the moment and you buy it and then you get it and then you have buyer's remorse. So, if for me as a seller, because of how I am as a buyer, if it's something I would want the most information possible before swiping, I would list it as an item with a quality listing. If I'm running, for instance, if I'm running this has been on the market forever. If you don't know what it is, you can go find it in a heartbeat. So I'm just going to say I'm running this auction style. But if I hold this guy up and I say I'm going to sell this guy, this looks like a plushy toy or whatever, but he's more than that. This is a limited edition that I just got from the park. There's only 5,000 of him in the entire world. So he is not going up for a regular auction. He will get his pictures taken, he will get a detailed description, and he will go in for pre-bid. So that's just my way. Oh, you're ready for me to put him up for auction? So yeah, it really for me, I always think about what I would want as a buyer. And so um, if you're a seller and you're not really a buyer on the platform, maybe just doing some, reconnaissance, go to shows, watch. I'm a people watcher by nature. And so I listen when you guys ask questions. Hey retro, hey you, I'm good. I hope you're doing well. Um, but yeah, we're just think of it on the other side. I think being customer forward is the best way to go. Yeah, and network. Yeah, absolutely network. It's not in my nature to speak first. I usually wait till someone talks to me before I talk. And that's been an adjustment. You have to just find that courage to just be the first to speak. And how I like to do that now is if I go in a show, you don't know when I'm joining a show. Um, it doesn't say that I've joined. So, and if you're in a show with more than 50 people, it won't whether you have it set up to announce or not. Once more than 50 people are in a room, it doesn't announce your entry. First thing you do when you go into a show is check it out. So even if it announces you, don't feel obligated to say anything out the gate. They know you're there. It said it. Um, but as soon as you feel comfortable, say something. Whether it's a question about what's running or um, if anything, really congratulating a winner in an auction, just something, and then that helps. So it helped me a lot. So when I like to just congratulate winners when I first go into a room, and I always say hello to the host. I do that as well. So, um, but I don't do it the second I go in the room either. I like to feel the vibe of the room, especially if it's somebody I've never been to before. I like to check it out. And then once I feel comfortable, that's part of what I say is, I'm new to your show and I'm having a great time. Glad I found you, things like that. Yes, retro is one of those. Yes. Oh my gosh. Her first show, and maybe it was her second show. I clipped her, and I don't clip people because I don't like to be clipped. But and again, I try to treat people the way I wanna be treated, but I tell you what, if I had done what Retro had did, I would be totally fine with being clipped because she had she was doing this, "I'm dead, I'm alive, I'm dead, I'm alive," because 'cause she'd been up all night with her babies, and I just could not help myself. I clipped it. It just made me smile from ear to ear, and so I clipped that, and now I have it forever. I love it so much, and it's relatable. She's relatable. Yeah. I just knew right then and there that you would be someone that I would go to your show. You're Dang it. So yeah, there's all kinds of people on the platform. I run all my shows from an iPhone. On occasion, when I'm doing like the makers meetup days where you guys send me pictures and I'm sharing that kind of stuff, I use the iPad so that way it's bigger. I can share it a little bit easier. But everything I do show wise is through the phone. After the show, everything I do, processing orders and um, creating shows and doing all and processing all of that, I do from my laptop. So, but you can do almost everything from your phone. I mean, you can literally do everything from your phone, but you want to go through the web browser for part of it. Yeah, you can use one device. I do not like running my shipping labels and things from my phone. I can do it. I don't like it because I have bad eyeballs. And I don't like how, because you can't do on the app what you can do on the desktop. Um, it is different. So you have to open up the actual browse. You have to open up your web browser. But yeah, and definitely start your show from the device you want to run your show from, because that was something I did when I first started. Was I had my camera up and then I had my phone down here, and uh, I just hit start show here, not thinking about it, and so then I had the wrong thing in the wrong place. So yeah, wherever you click start show, that's what's going to record you. That's where you're going live. So make sure it's the one that you want, and not the one you're using for to run your auctions and things. But you can just do this. You can just have one device, click and click and click, and run your auctions all from one device. You can do that. I do recommend, if you are able to at least have two, have one here, not, and I'm using an imaginary one because I left my phone in the other room, but it is nice to, for instance, have your app open here, talk through here, show all your stuff here, but click over here to run your auction, so it's less uh, getting up in your phone and things like that. If you can do two, I do recommend two, but it is not necessary. Don't let that be a reason you don't sell. Ever. Don't let anything be a reason not to do it. All you truly need is your phone. Um, so there's that. Can't believe you did this. I just love you. I just love you back. And yes, I keep these. I keep them all. So that way, if I ever get audited by the IRS and I give them all of my packing slips, they will see how much they should not hate me, because I have people that love me. And see how I'm doing this right now? If I had this sucker open right now, I wouldn't have to do this. Why does it say my show has ended? That's weird. There we go. Yeah, it is. It's nice to have just a little extra. There we go. Just like that. So one thing that I don't know anything about, because it happened while I was gone, um, I need to set the no, ma'am. Your face can be as close to that screen as possible. I like your pores. How does custom order work for you? Oh, that's a great question. So, Whatnot is not user friendly with custom orders. It is an auction site. I get it. What I like to do is I set up a listing that is exactly, it says all the things. Make sure the description is very good. Make sure that the title is very good. Make sure that it mentions that it is a deposit for said item. You can make that first initial transaction, whichever dollar amount you feel comfortable with. Whatever that is for you, whether it's half down or 100% down or whatever that is. And I set it up under a sticker listing. And I do that way they don't pay the full shipping until whatever they're having me make or do is ready to ship. You can also work the cost of the shipping into it and then ship it to them at no charge to them. That's another option. But I prefer to for them to just see and be very transparent about what everything is. So you create a listing and you use the sticker setting. That way you can send them a confirmation of order. So they'll get a receipt in the mail because it will give you an envelope label. So, and it just confirms everything that they've ordered from you. You're just sending them whatever that is, and then it should specify the time frame for them on when it'll be completed, and make sure that you can do that. Make sure if you say 2 weeks that it's going to ship in 2 weeks. Um, Someone purchasing something from you that's custom, they are putting trust in you as a seller. And that's a huge thing because they're paying potentially paying for something and running the risk of never getting it because this is an internet platform. There are all kinds of people and some people are not the greatest people. So building trust first with your clientele is key. Once you have built that trust, the custom orders are going to go smoothly because you charge what you're going to charge in the first one. I prefer not to charge them any shipping because all they're getting is a confirmation of order. And then when their item's ready, I send them a message. I create a private show. I show them that their product that I made, confirm that they're happy with it, and then I run the item. Even if it's just for if it was 100% down, I run it at $1. Always make sure you keep that in mind, and then I charge their shipping because they've already paid for whatever, just whatever that difference was. And that's how I handle it. I like to do it privately because that way, if there's any issues, say, I made it with the wrong color, or it's too small, or whatever may happen because we're human. It gives you that opportunity to speak with them one on one. Um, and it is custom, so having a private life for them, that's just how I would handle it instead of publicly. Are thumbnails just the little pictures used for upcoming shows? And if so, how do we make them? Or you run out of yarn. Yes, that could happen too. And then doing private lives with them, when things come up, staying in communication through the project. Send them pictures while you're working on what you're working on. Let give them the experience that you would like to have. That's that for all things. Just treat people the way you want to be treated. So if I would really like to see it in the works, it would just make me feel so good to see the process of something, especially custom, because it's a special thing. The thumbnails I use Gemini, I use Canva, um, I used to use Corel Draw. Um, I'm artsy fartsy by nature, so I've always been um, a creator of all different mediums. So you can use Chat GPT. I know that's a big popular one. Use Chat GPT. Tell it what you want. Learn the dimensions for whatnot. And if you use a 916 format, vertical format, it will have the least amount of cutoff because it matches an Instagram story, which is pretty much the size of your screen. If you're doing listings, use the square format, use the Instagram post format. That way, nothing gets cut off. Your secondary pictures can be 916, but you want to make sure when you're putting your images in that they are a square format because that is what they see. They see the square. Anything outside of that, they're not getting the full picture. So that would be my suggestion there. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope I'm informative. I hope I'm helping. Um, I am a shy person. It's probably not noticeable here because I'm not shy with y'all anymore. But I I am very reserved and a shy person in face to face situations. And even when I first joined, like I said, I wasn't the first to speak ever. I just, always the wallflower. Um, and that's why I say the worst thing is to not ask a question. That's the dumbest question in the world, is the one you're not asking. And I was very dumb. I had so many questions and I was too afraid to ask. And so I hope that this allows an open line of communication where you can feel like you can ask me anything. That's all I could ask for of this platform, is to be able to do that. There's no wrong questions unless you're just not asking it. It's that simple. Um, Even if you think your question is dumb, maybe it is. I've asked some pretty dumb stuff, but we laugh it off, and that's that. Is it weird to just be sitting in a room feeling like you are talking to yourself? I do not feel like I'm talking to myself at all. I've never felt that way. So, believe it or not, the show notes box in the corner, I used to pretend that that I was on a FaceTime call and that yours was just, offline. I have never come on this platform, not even since day one. That was how, after doing rehearsal mode, that was what I did to trick my brain to let me go live like this. I pretended that I was already speaking to at least one person. And if that trick helps you, then wonderful, because you're not talking to yourself. You are talking to an open community. Now, if no one happens to be there at the moment, remember that, like right now, I am multicasting to YouTube. It will not tell me if someone's watching me on YouTube. Always assume someone's there. That's it. Because technically, someone's probably there, even if it doesn't tell you. Just even if it's whatnot staffers, just quality control checking their platform and they're in there watching you. Always assume you're talking to somebody. Never assume you're alone, ever. Because that is a showstopper. If you just feel like you're sitting, I wouldn't do it. I could not do this if I thought for a second that I'm by myself. That would just wreck my brain. I couldn't do it. So fake it till you make it. Pretend someone's there at all times. Assume someone's there at all times. Um, I don't like it when it gets this quiet though. My TV's crapping out on me, y'all. And so every once in a while, because I play my music through Amazon Music on my TV, I was listening to music and cutting fabric. Talk to no one. You are never alone. Yeah, and that's the other thing. If you don't feel, if you truly, if it says that you are the only person in the room, if it just says one up there, have an activity to do and have it be somewhat about what you're doing. So even if you're just preparing labels or setting up listings, having that secondary device and just glancing up, utilize that time. Never be stagnant. If I could speak today, don't be stagnant. Um, if you like to draw, doodle while you're waiting for someone to come in. Um, Keep yourself busy. Play music. Be yourself. That really is it. Just be yourself. Um, do what you got to do until someone's in the room, and then as soon as somebody comes in, be like, "Well, look at that. Welcome. I have someone here. Explain. I'm new to this. I'm so glad you're here." You know, just but yeah, always assume someone's in the room. That helps a lot. So does anybody else have any questions that they want to throw at me? A hard time when no one bids for a while. It gets discouraging. I Yes, it is discouraging. But always remember that not everyone that is in the room is there to buy that day, but your behaviors and your interaction will determine if they ever come back. So always be yourself. Um, just run like yes, run like your room is full. Absolutely. Um, some people don't even know that that's even there. So if someone comes in and they're brand new to this they don't you these are things that we know, even as new sellers, that it's backwards. I hate that. What not? Please fix that. Please let us see exactly what they see. Anyway, um, some people don't even notice that. Like you go into a room and we see that there's 1,000 people in there. I wish that actually wasn't there. It's it can be traumatizing to have somebody come right in with 1,000 plus people. It's or like if you're in a room by yourself, it feels weird. Like I get it. Knowing who's in the room shouldn't really matter. You just that you kind of have to ignore that whole thing up there. Just always assume you've got a room full or at least someone to talk to, whether it's better for you to pretend it's a one-on-one conversation. Um, but yeah, don't yeah, I'm on the fence with it because sometimes it's overwhelming to see. Yeah. It doesn't give new sellers a chance. Some people see lack of people and they don't go in. Exactly. No, that is 100% true. There's a false sense of security in the room content. So just because you're in a room that says there's 1,500 people, I know this may sound really hard to believe, but typically there's still only going to be a handful of buyers actively like there to buy in mass amounts. Like they have their crew. So much of it is entertainment. They're there to watch. So don't be discouraged if your show doesn't have 1,000 people in it. The amount of people watching, um, it feels good to know that you have a big room full of people, but it should matter more that you're making the connections with the people that are in your show and not comparing yourself to anybody else. Now, if you want to say, "Hey, I had 8 people in my room today. I hope I can get 12 people in my room tomorrow. Let's get 50% more. Let's get 12 people in my room tomorrow." And then ask the people that come in to help you do that. Only compete with yourself from the day before. If you are just working on bettering what you do, you will see growth. You will have success because if you're comparing yourself to what somebody else is doing, you are setting yourself up for utter failure, complete and utter failure because you're not them. We're all unique. If someone's in your show, it's because it's you. If they wanted to be in their show, they'd be over there. Just keep that front and center in your mind that anyone that is here is choosing me. They're choosing to be here. It doesn't matter if there's a show happening over here with 100 people in it. And with smaller numbers, you get more one on one interaction with each customer. Think about teachers. Think about when you send your kids to school. If your kid is in a class where there's one teacher and 30 students, versus if your kid goes to a classroom where there's 12 students to one teacher, which room would you rather your kid be in? The one with less kids in there, more one on one. It's the same thing here. Big numbers feels good. It's opportunity for more sales, yes. But when you're new, you're trying to build community, build your selling ability, your interacting, and having smaller is actually more authentic. It's more, you get more one-on-one. If you started out with 1,000 people in the show, it'd be very hard to connect to anybody in particular because there's so many people. So yeah, small to me is not bad. It's think of it, instead of using the words small and big, think of it as intimate and like entertainment. So if there's 1,000 people in there, that's a room full of entertainment because 1,000 people, the likelihood that 1,000 people are in a show and 1,000 people are buying, I'm telling you right now, it's not happening. That is not happening. Not happening. So, but if you have 10 people in your room, you could have 10 buyers. That is believable. So just think about that. Like your ratios. Just and just really truly don't worry about that show with 100 plus people or 1,000 plus. Don't worry about that. You know, that's that's them. That's what they're doing. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. I'm glad that you're here. Cuz truly, don't be discouraged. If something's not selling, it just means the maybe take a second and say, and just to get the elephant out of the room, just be like, gosh dang, y'all hate all this. What do y'all want to see? Or how about we rate out and um and just take a second and be like, okay, none of that worked, but that was this show. Just like the what's that says 14, there's 13 of you in here. If I'm running X amount of product and nobody's swiping on it, I've said this before. I'm like, well, what do we want to look at? What do we want to look at next? Because I've ran through this, and this, or is it a size change? Ask what they want. And if they're there just to hang out, evaluate. Do I have time just to chill on here for today? Or do I need to get off of here and get some other things done since we're not in a buying mood today? Just really be honest, be yourself. No one is coming into your show um to help you like waste your day away. That's definitely not what's happening. So um if it's not a selling day, it's not a selling day. That just don't that is okay. Like even today, it's having shows that aren't sales based also helps if that's who you are. If you want to come on and just do business, then do that. And don't flinch on it. Just do it. um I can't sell every day. I've tried it and I'm not good at it. It's not me. So yeah, just take a break. If it gets dead for a little bit, be like, all right, hang on, y'all. If y'all are gonna take a break from swiping, I'm gonna take a break from running. And just take a second. Run a giveaway. That way it's 5 minutes, give yourself 5 minutes to regroup. You're giving them something while they're waiting and you're just chilling out. Ask questions, just seize the opportunities that are given, even if it's a silver lining opportunity. I was planning a meet and greet, maybe sell if we want to. Yeah, it's really nice to come on and just get to know who's in the room with you. I think it's important. Yeah. So the things that just didn't, and you can even say that, but like, all right, so these last 5 items that I ran, nobody bid on them. I'm gonna go ahead and run a giveaway, and while that's running, I'm gonna add these to my buy it now. So that way they're there if you change your mind. And that way it also gets my items into the search engine so people can find me. You know, yeah. Utilize your time. Time is the one thing we never get back. So, is it okay not to run? Absolutely, you do not have to run giveaways. To be honest, giveaways. I've been on this platform for a year. You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity right now. And if this person is here, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Um, you run giveaways, okay? We can run giveaways for you guys. Oh, I didn't know I was going to do this today, but I'm doing it. Um, when you get a giveaway, you have the opportunity to leave a review on a seller, even though you didn't buy a dang thing. You were gifted something, but whatnot, because a transaction occurred, even though it was free, you have the opportunity to leave a review. I would heed to you wholeheartedly that leaving a bad review when you've never made a purchase from someone, leaving a review that you were disappointed in your free gift that was clearly described, it only makes you look like an ass. Sorry. No, I'm not even sorry. I'm not sorry. This has happened to me twice. Feel free to look at my reviews. Because guess what? I'm not the only one that sees the review. All of y'all can see it too. And dogging somebody for gifting something is ridiculous. I give what I can give, and I don't have a ton of money. I can't give away free yarn and free fabric and all. I can't just do that. I can't give away gift cards, and maybe one day I will. But right now, I buy beautiful stickers. They're vinyl, they're waterproof, they're what I would use. They're not crappy freaking stickers. They're good stickers, and they're sewing themed or they're yarn themed. And I buy them in bulk and I put 2 or so in a thank you card and I send it, thanking you for coming. And I give you the stickers because they're cute. And if I'm doing a sewing show, you get fabric stickers. If I'm doing a yarn show, you get yarn stickers. And it's just a little something to say thank you for coming to my shows, For my buyers get fat quarters or they get yarn notions. Like I do give to my buyers differently than I do just for following me. But I still give to my followers, right? And then you come at me that it was it that it was I I wasted that it cost you more to ship me these than what they're worth. That clearly you missed the point. I don't care if it cost me more to ship you those 2 stickers. I appreciated you coming. I sent you a thank you card and those stickers as a thank you for being in my show. So as a seller, please make sure that you're putting in the giveaway description exactly what you're giving away, because if they don't want it, they shouldn't enter. If you don't want stickers from me, do not enter my giveaways. But it'll tell you what it is, you know. And yeah, if you don't have something nice to say, don't. And but this is a teaching moment. So I don't have I'm what I'm saying right now isn't very nice, but it's just reality. So with that being said, never knock a seller for what they're giving away. They're giving within their means. Never assume that they're trying to be cheap on you. I am giving within my means. And it's hurtful, but I stand behind what I give. I stand behind it wholeheartedly. I love what I gift because if I got them, I would love them. And if I wouldn't love it, if I thought it was garbage, I wouldn't send it. I would just send you the thank you card. I would not send you crap. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I know I'm not going to be everybody's friend about that, but I don't really care. It is it is hurtful. And this was also a seller that did this to me. Treat people the way you want to be treated. As a buyer, what you say, I'm still human. I'm still human and I work really hard to maintain my 5-star rating. I I want to sell with integrity. And when someone questions that, that's just, and I can't do anything about it. All I could do was respond. I couldn't I can't take it away. And it hurts to know that I feel like I have to defend myself. So instead of defending myself, I just stood my ground and I said, I'm sorry that you didn't like it. And I stand behind my product. It specifically said what you were getting. And that's that. Like, and so on that same token, if someone is leaving you a bad review that is unwarranted, I mean, if you deserve a bad review, you better own that too. If you sent somebody crap, you better own it. Don't deflect. Don't do that. And then just never do that again. But like if you stand behind what you're doing and someone leaves you a bad review, still be professional. Don't snap back. Don't snap back because that speaks to you. Always maintain your integrity. You may not like what they're saying, but you can still handle it professionally. Don't snap back because then you're just lowering yourself to the level that's you don't want to be on the same level with that. You want to stay true to yourself. Now, if you are salty and that's your personality, then by all means. But I'm just not that. That's not me. If that was my personality and I was just salty all the time, being salty back in that moment would be more realistic. But that I'm just not that way. Sometimes I wish I could be, but I'm just not. So definitely respond as you would. That you can look yourself in the mirror afterwards. Um, and we choose who can shop with us as well. Um, this person has never bought from me and they probably won't, especially after today, and that's okay. I don't I, that's not the buyer I'm after, you know. I'm that's just not it. I purchased a few things that smelt really bad, like dogs. Oh god. And I know people have pets, but I mean like real bad. How do I proceed? First, make sure that in the show that if it was told to you that it would have an odor, um, reach out to the seller and ask, was there any type of clarification that all items sent would have an odor? Um, and then if that's not the case, if it's not in the item description, you contact whatnot, because that person, there's no not knowing that. It just said pre-owned. That does not count. I have sold fabric that was from an estate, and it smelled like cedar and mothballs. So my listing said there is still a slight smell of mothballs and cedar. Even though I had aired it out for 2 months, I still will tell you that it had it, just in case there's even a hint of it. You have to be transparent. And if you're nose blind, you're nose blind. That's where, as a buyer, you just learn your lesson and you just don't buy from that person anymore. If they're not aware that their stuff has an odor, the odds are that that's all you'll continue to get. Just some people, and that, hey, I'm not dogging anybody, but some people do not know there's an odor. I'll give you a great example. I used to smoke, um, believe it or not, for a very long time, and I was a heavy smoker, a 2 pack a day smoker. When I quit smoking, I did not believe how disgusting I smelled. I went into a place where I played darts with my husband all the time, and I had never wanted to leave so fast. It was awful. And then I realized that I smelled that way, and I had never even noticed, because you don't notice it. You can become nose blind. Um, you don't know. And it's not that I didn't know that cigarette smell had a smell. I knew I smelled like cigarettes because I smoked, but I didn't realize how strong it was. Let's just put it that way. So maybe they didn't realize how strong it was. But that stuff, you have to be aware. To be a seller, you need to be aware of your surroundings. Yeah. Yeah. Message that seller. If you don't get a response, then you go to whatnot. Always try to handle it directly with the seller. If you have a problem with my items or anything, I would hope that you would come to me, allow me the opportunity to make it right. And then, if at that point you're not satisfied, then obviously reach out. But, um, so yeah. Oh, hey, Michelle. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. It's not about hurting feelings. Um, you may be bringing something to their attention that they were unaware of. And that might be mortifying in the moment, but that will help them in the long run to know, because unless you were the only person that bought, other people are having the same experience. So, yeah. And always try to fix it before, leave the review after the transaction is completed. If you leave a bad review, you can't go back and change it. So, don't in that moment leave a nasty, give them the time to make it right, and then leave your review on how the whole transaction happened. I put cedar in my bins to keep the bugs out and gave pest control. I will definitely let people know from now on. Yes, just let them know how the storage methods, let them know how you store your products, let them know all of those things. um, there are some people that are very sensitive to fragrance. um, Oh, yeah, no, totally. I totally get it. Yeah. One of my skeins sold smelled of smoke on the inside. I got a review about it. I went and sniffed the others of the same yarn and the same thing, but none of the other in the estate smelled like that. Yeah. See, it's when you're doing estate, it's better to just say that it's from an estate and that it may or may not have storage odor. I don't know how else to put it, but you definitely want to just cover yourself. You can only be as transparent as you can be, right? If you didn't know, and you can say, I had no idea that those did that, because and then you can say, thank you for letting me know. How can I make it right? We're human. We're not going to be perfect ever. So, yeah, have some grace for the sellers, and then also for the buyers. They're getting, if ever a buyer's disappointed, your main focus should just be on making it right and then learning from it. And Yeah. She said she loved the yarn and would wash it out, but then ghosted me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I guess that can happen too. But you know what? All you can do is do you. Just as long as you're being yourself, you're being transparent, you're doing the best you can. We are human, and maybe that doesn't always, you know, we can't be upset about that. There's too many seconds in the day and too many days in our life to be concerned about the one transaction that didn't go well. Yeah, I love my hearts. I have them all in my drawer. Oh, that's a great plan. If you ever do check reviews, which I highly recommend that you do, um, always check reviews before purchasing. If they're a new seller and they have a lack of reviews, it's because they're a new seller. Don't knock them for it. Give them a chance. Always lean on the side of give people a chance. If you see that someone has not so great reviews and they're pretty consistently not that great reviews, you just have to use your own judgment there. If you've got a seller that's got thousands of amazing reviews, you're going to have less concern about something going wrong. So, being a great seller, um, and people confirming that you have good product, the turnaround time, great attitude, all the things, they all matter. The reviews matter. It's not always about. I wish there was a way to communicate to whatnot when you do get something that shouldn't be there. That's the one thing that bugs me the most is it's like I don't I don't feel that giveaways should warrant a review. I think purchases warrant a review. So if you get a giveaway and you made a purchase, 1,000,000% you should be able to leave a review. But for someone to leave a review on a giveaway, and this has the only experience I've had, I've only had a bad review on giveaways. I'm just saying, I think that's really crappy. That but yeah, I guess I've been really lucky. I haven't read any reviews. Oh, well, see, you know what? But you know what? You have your gut. You always have that. So people also have to realize that yes, people are selling from home, but most times people's homes have different smells. It's hard that way. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Oh, true. It is the accountability. So like I just feel like if you don't have something nice to say, maybe don't like only if I would have sent you like something that smelled like crap, I would expect you to be like this giveaway literally smelled like crap. I think that warrants a review of that nature. I wouldn't have minded the 3.8 if I'd actually done something that was awful. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I just think the stars and select yes or no if you received that. Yeah. Something. I mean, that you did receive it. Yeah, that's important. I've had somebody not receive it because the envelopes don't track like the ground or the priority tracks. And so you can ship it and then the postal service can lose it. But again, you reach out to me, you say, "Hey, I never got my giveaway." Well, I can promise you that I sent it. I'll just resend you another one because if that one didn't make it through, your label's still good. So I'm just going to reprint and send you a new one. Pretty easy. I totally like my brains for what have you been? Good. This is my second day back. Last week I was off for the trip to Florida with my mom and Christy Lou here on Whatnot. We went to the Disney parks and networked and sourced product, and it was a blast. 43 miles ish in 4 days. I did the thing. So then when I came home, I needed to rest, but now I'm good. It's good to be back. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so, Sally. We're not doing that. Refund. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not how this works. Oh, good lord. Yeah, here's your consolation prize, right? Oh, this dang TV is it keeps turning my music off. One second. Let me see if I can unplug and replug this back in. Nope, I can't reach it. Dang it. I really think that my cord or something is loose back there. It's not doing anything. Oh man. So are there any other questions about selling or being a buyer? Is there anything that you guys want to go over? Um, the new shipping stuff is going to be a change from no more flat rates. We're going to be using Ground Advantage mostly, if not exclusively. Um, I'm hoping we can still send some things priority. They just won't be flat rate. Cost is probably going to be different, but um, if there's anything going on that you guys are like needing to just brainstorm on, just let me know in the chat. Um, I'm thinking about destashing your yarn. Oh, okay. Have you do you have a seller account yet, Michelle? Not yet. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Without a seller's account, you can't sell. With a seller's account, you can sell or put that account in vacation mode. And yeah, yep, you find a seller that you like and then ask them for the referral code, and you get benefits and then they get a referral credit for referring you. It's a win-win for everybody. And typically, whoever you ask is going to be there to support you through those early stages. There we go. And I recommend, this is probably not everyone's recommendation, but I recommend keeping your personal whatnot and your business whatnot separate. I know that's not everybody's jam. Um, if your husband could be a seller, anybody can. Oh my goodness. Um, but yeah, there's yeah, everybody wins. And whatnot definitely everybody wins, even whatnot. Um, but yeah, keeping it separate was the best change that I made because when I joined the platform, I joined as a seller. I never even joined as a buyer. I was buying under my seller account, but after bookkeeping for the year, I learned really quickly that that was a pain in the rear to separate my personal stuff from my business stuff. So if I'm buying as CM Studios, I'm buying for my business. If I'm using my personal account, I'm buying for me personally or for my family. I do recommend keeping it separate just for that purpose alone. But if everything you buy is a business expense, then having two doesn't really much matter. But aw, thanks, Mindy. Yeah, I really there's so much room at this table. Whatnot has the biggest table on the planet. There's room for everyone here. The good, the bad, the wonderful, the less wonderful. There's room at the table for everyone because everybody likes different stuff. And if we were all the same, how boring would that be? So be another face, another voice that people can come, and it also helps for sellers to have other sellers in their in our corner to for us to come together. It takes work, it takes dedication, and having someone that knows what that feels like in your corner is huge. I want you to succeed. I This platform has completely changed my life, and if that can happen to somebody else and I can in some small way be a part of that, then I feel like I've served my purpose here. So um, it's just there's so much more to give and get from this platform than product. It really is. How do you create and switch between accounts? So when you click on the bottom of on the main screen where it has home and search and all that kind of, or sell, at the side it has your profile picture. You click on that, and at the top, your name will have a down arrow. You click the down arrow, and then a screen will pop up, and it'll say add account or switch. It'll have your other account there, and you can just switch right there between your accounts. You can be logged into both at the same time. Yep. Whatnot 1099s us either through your EIN or your social security number, whichever you set it up as. If you have an LLC or you have a an EIN, you're going to want to use that. If you use your social, you're gonna get it. It's going to come under your social, and you'll file with your personal taxes. Your personal account and your business account, how you name them is totally up to you. If you want to utilize the following that you already have, you would just choose the date to convert it over, and you would just make sure that if you do have an EIN that you get with Whatnot on updating your account information. But you if you sign up as a seller under an existing account, there's no referral credit for the other person. There's no true start and end date. You're going to have things attached to it previously. That's why I'm saying, like, if you are a buyer for personal, I would definitely just keep it separate. Yes, community is huge. What is there to get? I mean, I don't really get. I, I don't understand the principles behind, you know trying to keep something all to yourself. That just seems so constraining, and so that in itself seems stressful. I would much rather just be able to ask questions and answer questions, and I don't know. The opposite seems stressful. Yeah, there is that at any given moment there are hundreds of thousands of people on Whatnot. There truly. So I've been tracking a few categories. I like, because I'm an analytics person. I really love numbers, and I was always curious, like, what times of day are the higher trafficking times of the day, and even days of the week, weeks of the month, months of the year, all that stuff. So every 6 hours or so, I get an alarm on my phone that says uh, check viewership count. And so I go in and I go to the categories, and it shows me how many people are in Disney at that moment, how many people are looking at trading cards at that moment, how many people are in the knit and crochet category, how many people are watching um the fabric, like, so they're in jewelry. It'll tell you. Whatnot is very open about what's happening on their app, and so you can kind of see. So if you're not even sure what category you would sell in, I really highly recommend just looking around and seeing, like, where the people are, um, when the people are on there. And believe it or not, I was really shocked at how consistent the knit and crochet and the fabric viewership is, pretty much all day, every day. Like, I was blown away. I really thought that there would be a dip through the night, or that there would be a peak at a certain point. It does it does vary, but it's very slight. It's not much. There's people on all the time. We're all different. We all have, some of us are night owls, some of us are early birds. Some people only want to shop after work. Some people want to have it on all day. It's crazy how many people are on. And so being able to think outside of the box, if you're wanting this to be a more full-time thing, to take away from something else you're doing. Say you already have two jobs and you want to just work one job and maybe do this as your secondary. Find your groove, find what niche you want to do. I don't sell in one particular niche. I'm too squirrely for that. I've got to, mine has to move around. So I do Disney, I do jewelry, I do home decor, I do yarn, fabric, I 3D print, like I'm all over the place. And I prefer it that way. That's just me. So, you absolutely can put made products in your shop. I have some in there right now that are super cute, and I'm really sad that they haven't sold. I have loveys that I made the patterns and everything. It's the Winnie the Pooh, the classic Winnie the Pooh series loveys. Um, I was so proud of those, and I put them in there, and they've just been sitting in there, and now they're just sitting up there in a tote. I need to put Tigger in there. That's probably why it's not going, is because I don't have Tigger in there. But I did the whole set of them. But no, I also don't market them. You get what you put into it, and I've been transitioning into different things, and so I haven't been putting any effort into it either. So now it's only letting me use my second account. This is Mindy. Purple Peach Crafting. Okay. So you are now logged in as Purple Peach. If you want to swap back, you go to your profile, and where it says Purple Peach Crafting, there's a little down arrow. You click it, and then it should pop up both of your handles at the bottom, and then you just click back into your Mindy. Is your handbook a living document? Michelle, yes, it is. It's a living copy. So as Whatnot evolves, the book will evolve with it. It will stay updated as long as I'm on the platform. It will be living. If for any reason I have to leave this platform, which I is not a plan by any means, but if for some reason I would have to leave the platform, there would be a permanent end date added to the very back, and then that would be that. Um, so I logged out of that one. Oh, you don't want to log out. That's why. You don't want to log out of the other account. You just want to add an account. So now that you're logged in as Purple Peach Crafting, you want to go back to that same spot and then add add an account, and then it should say open existing or create a new, and then you'll do open existing, and then you'll put in your Mindy account email and password. Yeah, you don't actually log out of any of them. I'm logged in for an admin for my mom, my personal account, and then this account. So I have three that are open at all times. But you can only be active as one at a time from one device. It's kind of confusing because I can have my personal account open over here, my mom's over here, and then this you can technically have all of your accounts open at the same time, just not on the same device. You can do that? Oh, I want to try that. I've never done that, Freedom. What? Hang on, y'all. I'm going to do this. So you go to account, you hold, oh no, that doesn't work for me. Mine won't do that. How does it do that for you? Wait a minute. Home. Is it because I'm live? Go to the home screen. Oh, I got you. Okay. So from your home screen, if you click this and hold, it pulls them up and you can toggle between them right here. You add the account, and then you just choose how you set up that other account and then add it right there. I love that. I did not know that. I always went through the account. I would click account, click my name. Sheesh. So, Michelle, Whatnot does not allow us to sell digital products with no shipping cost. You have to have a shipping label has to generate. So I use the sticker setting. That way it only charges 78 cents. And because it charges you 78 cents, I go ahead and I send you a thank you card for purchasing the ebook. And I send you some little fun stickers, little random vinyl stickers, because it does charge you. So I try to at least send something for that cost. Now, if they ever do add Um, no, it is a shipping cost. It is a shipping cost. It's 78 cents. It may be a penny or two different depending on where you're at, but I think it should be 70. I think it's 78 cents period because it's just like a cost of a regular stamp. But yeah, the second they allow us to do digital products, that's how I will do it. But until they do that, that's the best I can offer is to just do the 78 cents and then send you a thank you. Um, the other way to go about it is to do it through the tip feature, but because I'm actually providing you something, I don't know how Whatnot would feel about that. So I don't offer that because then they don't make any money off of our tips. And so I think that would be a terms of service violation. So until they do it, this is the best I can do. Oh, yes. Pickup. Now, I'm going to talk about pickup real quick now that that just got said. Pickup is a wonderful option. Thank you for the purchases. I can't read it because my chat is real huge. Amy, ka-chow. Get a coupon. Um, Here's the thing with local pickup. Local pickup allows us to sell something without any shipping costs to you. This is true. However, in order for us to process your order, we have to wait for you to send us your confirmation code. So if you're not actually here to meet me to pick something up, um, you still have to have the code. And I have had issue in the past on never receiving those codes. Just that was it. Like I never got them. And so I would say that if you understand, maybe if I add it in the description, but it puts everything in your shop available for pickup. And I also am leery of just putting myself out there to meet up, especially through marketplace orders. If y'all buy from me and you're close to me, that doesn't bother me one iota. It's what's happening when I'm not. If the local pickup thing is, I need to look into that because it weirds me out. But the local pickup on digital products would be wonderful. It charged you 68 cents, so it depends on your local tax. Yeah, local pickup, it weirds me out. I don't know how I feel about it. I think is it toggled on right now? It charged me 68 cents. Susu, 68 cents, was that the tax? And you did it offer you local pickup? I think so. I didn't notice that. Okay, might depend on distance as well. Mindy, I don't lie. What is that? What did I miss? Did I miss something? Oh, I don't like people coming to my house when I sell. I meet them somewhere. Yes. So my pickup location is actually Walmart Supercenter. So if you ever do choose local pickup, it'll tell you to meet me at Walmart. Highly recommend that if you're going to use it. Public place. Public place for sure. It doesn't appear to be extra for shipping. Huh. So okay. Well, yay. That's good. Oh, the Studio Pass. So, Color Studio Pass is if you're purchasing 3D printed products. I have a signature line of products. And then if you want a color that's not one of the signature colors, you pick the Studio Pass, so pink is 1 inch, yellow is inch and a half, or no, purple is 1 inch, yellow is inch and a half, and pink is 2 inch for any of those EPP products. So you just pick which one that you're purchasing and you add that to your cart, and it allows you to choose any color your heart desires, whether it's glow in the dark, variegated. You just get with me and we find the perfect color for you, and you get to choose a custom color for all of your products in that order. Yeah, Walmart is that's my preferred choice for pickup because um, I trust that parking lot with my life, literally. We have designated spots for um, police officers and gas stations too. Yeah, I don't have a gas station that I would go to here, but I do have the Walmart that I would go to. So yeah, Studio Pass is just if you want to do a custom color on any of the on any products that you're purchasing. It's one charge for your whole order. So you're not paying more per item. You just add that to your order, and everything that you get changes color. Oh, you know what? Those are mm, oh, what's going on with that? Oh, Amy, you just got the um mm, the templates. You're gonna love those templates. Oh, and you got the cone holder. You're gonna love those things. Oh, I'm so happy. We're gonna be twinning. Oh yeah, I love true crime. My husband doesn't love how much I love it. He worries. I'm like, don't worry. It just makes me feel normal to watch all this stuff. You're gonna love the thread cone holder. It turns any sewing machine into a kind that you can use any kind of thread you want. It's so nice. Oh, because that was the one thing growing up. My grandma always bought just those teeny spools, just the Coats and Clark or whatever. And you'd be working on something of any substance, and then it would just, be done. You'd have to rethread and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, but this one, you can get those big giant cones, and bam, you're done for hours, days, even. You have it? Yeah, oh, I love it. I love it so, and it's heavy. It's like a dang cast iron skillet, so don't drop it on your toe. When you open that up, just know that that little black part at the bottom is cast iron, and it will break a toe. Yeah, you have 100 yarn cones. Ma'am, are you sharing? Yay. I need some color in my life. No? Wait, what? Yes, no. Huh? Ah, yeah, I destashed to make room because my husband's gonna be building me a shop, and that's my music is off again. I can hear my thoughts. Yuck. Um, but now it's on hold again. Now I'm sad that I sold all my stuff. You will share some cones, okay? Main thing is I think I want to get some red and green. I really need some red and green. I need to start working on my Christmas stuff. All right, but hopefully it stays on. Oh, all right, retro. Yeah, you need some red and green. Yeah, or you need to start your Christmas stuff. Gosh dang, I know I do. Oh, it's gonna come so quick. All right, let me see if I can fix this chair. I feel like I'm way too low. Uh-oh. Is that as tall as it goes? That's rude. All right. Should I pre-cut some of my fabric for EPP tomorrow? I'm making dishcloths and scrubbies. Ooh. I need to finish my scrubby buddies that I've been making. They look like little marijuana buds, and then the towel that matches looks like a rolling paper. Thought it would be a funny gift for my dad. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited. Um, I would definitely pre-cut. I would go ahead if you've got your template and you want to pre-cut some fabrics. Just enjoy the process because every bit of it is nice. Oh, probably soon. My dad doesn't pop on as much unless he's with my mom, so I just don't want him to see it. So I'll make sure that if my mom pops in, that he's not like sitting right next to her. But yeah, um, they're little scrubby buddies. Yeah, the having fabric ready to go is the way to go. You're That's not stupid. It was only stupid up until you asked. As soon as you asked, it was no longer a dumb question. Just so you know that. The only dumb questions are the ones you don't ask. English paper piecing. So mine is in the living room. Let me grab something that I have from over here that I can share. I was working on mine last night. Oh, and I tweaked my back. That was lovely. I do have this little booger. So it's when you take fabric like so, and you take papers like so, and you wrap said fabric around said paper, and then you sew your fabric together. That was a horrible description, by the way, but all my stuff is in the living room. Yeah, same. Just say it out loud. If anything, we have a little chuckle, and then we're all good again. But yeah, so it's just, have you ever, let me just show you a picture because I have some in the shop. For heaven's sake, where's, all right. So like what this little squirrel guy is holding right here, what she's holding, when it's little hexagons all sewn together, that's EPP. It's when you just have a paper, and then when you're done putting it together, you remove all the papers. It's hand sewing, hand quilting. We're doing flower coasters on Wednesdays. It's a simple beginner project to do. So there's English paper piecing, and then there's another type of paper piecing, and it's called I have it too. I have this stuff from Lori Holt. Because this is not English paper piecing. This is I don't know. But this is another paper piecing type thingy majiggy. Hey, Miss Cat. Hey, you. How are you? Thank you for reading in. Y'all, make sure you follow Miss Cat. Where are all my seller friends at? Everybody that's a seller, please get in there. Tell everybody what you sell. I don't remember what category I was doing this time. Network. So this is this is like printer paper. So this one is called this is another type of paper piecing. But it's not English paper piecing, it's something else. Hello, I sell stuff. Tell Kayla to come see my show today. Okay, I will. You think this one's closer to what you've done? Does anybody know what this is actually called, though? It's not English paper piecing, it's something else. It's a type of paper. Dresden plate? Dresden plate? That's what it's called? That doesn't sound as fun. Hold it up again. I don't. Let me see here. I'm gonna. Foundation. It's foundation paper piecing. That's that. It's FPP instead of EPP. FPP uses printed paper templates to sew fabric directly onto, creating highly intricate and precise blocks using a machine. So this is for machine quilting, and then EPP is hand quilting. Aha. They look like Dresden plates. Oh, yeah, this is the star. It's for a Lori Holt star quilt. I don't know. I don't even know how I got it. I probably won it and didn't know what I was getting. There's no telling. I buy all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I just like to buy stuff. Oh, you just asked your sister? Yeah. Foundation paper piecing is for machine, and then English paper piecing is by hand. I think there's something about being able to do EPP anywhere that I've just fallen in love with. I used to take crochet with me everywhere, and not that I still don't, but now I have a second thing I can do. And with EPP, there's so much that you can just like assembly line it. One day I'll just do cuts, and the next day I might do all my folding, and the next day I might just do the hand sewing part or whatever. And then now I'm designing hexie patterns, and so I've been working on that with my notebook, and I absolutely love that too. I just got another pack of the mechanical pencils. It's a bigger set, so there's more colors. Because I was struggling with my 18 colors. I'm OCD that way. So I got the 30 count pencil pack of twistables because I also don't like sharpening pencils. The sound and the feeling of it, I don't like that. So I like the twistables. So I got the 30 pack, and I'm going to see if I like the color array. If not, I'm going to have to go get like the 64 count. And it's like $30. So I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Hey, Karina. How are you, ma'am? Welcome in. So let's see here. Oh, somebody purchased my book, so I need to run one for $1. Hang on, how many sold? How many do I need to run? The one. Okay. All right. So every time someone purchases my book, I'm gonna run one for $1. So let me open up my auction. Thank you, Michelle, for purchasing the book. We're gonna run a copy for $1. Hello. And you can purchase it for yourself or for anyone. You just have to send me the email for the recipient. It doesn't have to be for you. You can gift it as well. Just need an email. All right. Running a copy for $1. If anybody wants to grab the Beyond the Bid book, it's running for $1. Oh, who is it going to be? Who's it going to be? I need to turn a light on in here. Amy, ma'am, don't you have this book? Thank you for getting that. Yay. Just be sure I have your email though. So if you're gifting it, send me their email. But if not, I have your email. You have some personally created bundles. It is for you? Okay. I will send it to you. And then you'll get a thank you card with some stickers in it in the mail. You love them too? Me too. I think I have some more squirrel stickers. I might send you some of those. I have some squirrely ones. I just got to find them in my big old tote of stickers. I got like astronauts and hippie ones and sarcastic adult ones and dogs and cats and oh my gosh, I have so many different. I have Disney ones. Let me know what kind you want. Or if you want me to surprise you, I'll just put a smattering in there. These are some that I just got from my mom actually. Look at these stickers. These are actually really large stickers. Like this one's a big old strawberry, and then this side says "Berry Cool." Look how cute she is with her little peace sign. And then this one's disco cherry balls, and then like this cherry pie or cake. This one's a swan and a tulip. This one's a dolphin and a flamingo. Yarn stickers, yeah. So I actually got a set of sewing and quilting themed stickers, and one of them says, it says quilting brings me joy or something, and it has a yarn ball with knitting needles stuck in it. I was like, they had one job, and it just like it was an utter fail. It's funnier than crap though, because it literally has knitting needles and a yarn ball, and it says quilting is life or quilting brings me joy or something. Quilters against pins. Oh, I love that. So like this set is sardines and a mushroom. Like I don't know. Orange juice and orange, or orange juice and a peach. I think I should send that to Freedom. This one's got some pupper paws. Save the ocean with a turtle and then a little sunset. That one's actually pretty cute. I like that one. And into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul. Oh, I love that. I have all kinds of kinds. Yeah, it's right here actually. Hang on. Where did it go? In my cozy era. That one's good. Only thing I love more than quilting is being a grandma. So these are pretty specific. And unless I know you're a grandma, you want to know how many of these I have? Because I don't know if you're a grandma a lot of the time. And so I'm not going to send you the grandma one if you're not a grandma. So I have like 12 of these. So if ever you win a giveaway or if you just make a purchase from me and you are a grandma, let me know and I will send you some of these. I need one for my mom. Mindy, done. Done. Second, I have a label for you. I'll just put those in there. And then this one says knitting grandma. They had one job. This came with the quilting stuff. And my freaking TV just, how many times has my TV went off today? So annoying. Knitting grandma is more cool. Oh, grammar gets to me. I wished it didn't get to me so bad, but it does. Can you read what that says under the word grandma? It literally says knitting grandma is more cooler. That is not proper. More cooler is not. Oh. Anyway, it says what it says. We're going to stick with it. Knitting grandma is more cooler. My mother worked in education, have a really hard time with shorthand text. Yeah. Oh, that one's bad. But the ones that say things like it'll say something about quilting and it has sewing notion or yarn notions on it. I'm like, what is this? Or another one said, quilt alone. I have pandas. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. It just says quilt alone, and then it's got a panda quilting, and it says I have pandas. But I guess pandas is a condition, but why would they make a sticker for that? Like, I don't. Hang on. It was the weirdest. Oh, dang it. Oh, there's the squirrels. Look at. Oh, I did send one to her. I did send her the panda one. It was hilarious. I'm like, what does this even mean? Some people are such treasures that you want to bury them. I'm sending this to Amy because it says treasures in it. I'm going to be less condescending to people. Condescending means talking down to people. Snarky. I love it. I hear you. I see your viewpoint, but respectfully, you suck. I wish sarcasm burned calories. My favorite plans are canceled plans. Cheer coach, fueled by coffee and sarcasm. Oh my God. Me? Sarcastic? Never. Hot girls hit curbs. What? Oh my God. I don't even know how to feel about that. Here's some Lion King randomly in here. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Now, that one is going to anybody that just bought my book. That's a good one. Grow through what you go through. I love that too. Yeah, this is so random in here. Then there's like skateboards. Will give respiratory advice for tacos. What the heck? I'm right, you're wrong, shut up. How about that? Golly almighty. Just a smattering. Yeah? You got it. It'll be coming your way. Oh, I just saw a raccoon. Where did that little raccoon just go? Oh, it was so cute. Oh, I lost it in the bag. Dang it. It'll show back up. If you don't want a sarcastic answer, don't ask a stupid question. You got the machine for $10? For real? What just happened? I just saw that. I didn't even realize I ran another book. All these stickers are sitting on top of my iPad, and all I did was go like this. And I guess I ran another auction. I love it. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, can't take me anywhere. Oh shoot, and then I just put y'all stickers in here. I didn't mean to do that.
Where's the treasure? Dang it. I'm sarcastic because punching people is frowned upon. That's a good one. Oh, I just lost the treasure one. Oh, boo. I'll find it. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. All is well again. Send the book to Retro. Oh, okay. You got it. Retro, send me your email. That's so sweet. No, it's a living copy. One copy is good. Yeah, one copy is good. I didn't even know I ran another one, so there we go. There's that. Hey, Mom. Yeah, girl got a freaking sewing machine and a whole bunch of stuff to go with it for $10. That's such a good deal. Yeah. And it was a Kenmore machine too. Right? Kenmore, or was it Sears? Well, Sears is Kenmore, but wasn't it? Yeah. Kenmore is where it's at. Ask my mom about Kenmore. She thought it would be a great idea to get front loader machines, and she had old school Kenmore washer and dryer, but they were uglier than sin. They were hideous. They were definitely time capsules, but they did the thing. They washed the clothes, they dried the clothes, and then she was like, she redid, my dad remodeled their laundry room, and she was like, "Oh, I want to get the really nice front loaders to go in here to look so good." And they definitely look beautiful, but they are not Kenmore washer and dryer. That's what happens. Kenmore, they were built to last back then. Everything was made to last, and it did. How long did y'all have those, Mom? Like 30 years? Like the washer and dryer? I think they were the same ones from when I was a baby. Like they were the tried and true. Yeah. Yeah. And they worked when she got rid of them. They didn't die. She just wanted the new ones. Yeah. They just don't make stuff like I've been through 5 or 6 washer dryer sets with my kids. Oh, I just got it. Yay. I got it. I will send it to you. Yeah, they are workhorses. Now I have Maytag. My grandma, before she passed, she lived with me and she couldn't stand my washer and dryer. And so she's like, we're going to go get some from Lowe's. They have Maytag. And so we went and we got commercial grade Maytag washer and dryer. And so that's what we have now. Oh, I did. I used to care. I was having to like lean into the machine and get all the stuff out. And I was like, front loader, I won't have to do that anymore. I can just load it and go. And I thought it would be better for me, but it didn't wash the clothes as well. I was having to do like 2 and 3 cycles. And I was like, this is dumb. Yeah, no, you don't have them. She has top loading, but they're just newer. They're not that's right. They're not front loaders. Mine were front loaders. Oh, you have the Amara. I've had that. We had Amaras in Rhode Island actually. Amana. Is it Amana? It's not it's cursive. What is it? Does it say Amana? Oh shoot, now I can't remember. But yeah, it's the cursive one. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. No, no, no. It's one of them. It's one of them. Yeah, I love my Maytags. Now, my kids have tried to totally wreck them by not loading them properly. And by not loading them properly, I mean they're putting like 4 loads of laundry in one load to run. Sounds like a bomb going off in there. Hate that. But the alternative is me doing their laundry again, and I really don't want to do that either. But they're this close to getting sent to the laundromat. Like this close. Sounds like your husband? Yeah. I could not tell you the last time my husband did a load of laundry. Couldn't tell you. If ever. I always did it. Always do it. P wait, what? Abby! Well, thank you for your message. P8PTU, my dear. Oh my goodness. Well, Abby has joined the conversation. Good. That's the only way to be. Raise them feisty. Raise them feisty. It might suck in the beginning, but it pays off in the end. It's Amana. See, I wouldn't have known which way or the other. I just know that it's the cursive one because so many of them aren't that way. There's a naked baby running around and Abby. Oh my goodness. Is it Owen or Luke? I was going to say it's one of those boys. I knew it. Oh my goodness. Well, hey, I mean, they're doing it right. It's summertime. It's hot. He put on his training pants. Oh, what a big boy. Mm. Hi, Hazel. Hi, sweet girl. My poor doggo. She's having a rough go of it. Yeah. Mine were really, Caleb was always like the bundler. Christopher didn't mind running around with nothing on. And my daughter wore everything in sight. I've got pictures of her. She would dress, she loved to dress herself from an early age. I'm talking as soon as she could, she did it herself. And as long as it was weather appropriate, I let her wear whatever she picked out. That was my only rule, is that if it was cold, it had to keep her warm. And if it was hot, it had to keep her cool. But she put together some of the most outlandish outfits you ever did see. One time she had rain boots, bloomers on, a tank top, butterfly wings, a beanie with, it was like a uh, My Little Pony, but when you squished the little palms at the bottom, the ears would flicker back and forth. She then she and a purse and the jewel, like all the little princess fake jewelry. Oh my gosh, she would always dress herself to the nines. Always a diva. That one. Your son flushed his underpants. Oh my god. What the heck? You are so outnumbered. Somebody needs to continually send Panda a check-in message. You still there? Q-tips down the toilet. Oh my goodness. Yep. You still there, Panda? Oh shoot, this thing's gonna die. Let me plug my iPad in. I'm almost down to one device. Go figure, y'all. Go figure. Well, I've stayed on almost 3 hours today. I've just missed the heck out of y'all. But I do need to get off of here. So if there's any last questions or requests, please drop them in the chat. Yes, you guys, we got to do, yeah. It's a village. It takes a village. Hey, Christine. My kids always stuck things into their body. My son stuck a bean up his nose, a jelly bean up his nose. I've had them stick all kinds of weird things in their ears, um, overstuff their mouth with food, and you're having to pry it out before they choke. Like they. I don't remember if the toilet flushing being. Well, I lie. When they were learning how to potty, I used Cheerios in the toilet, and they had to aim at the Cheerios. And then they thought it would be fun just to dump a bunch of Cheerios into the toilet. So then that they made a whole toilet bowl of cereal one time. That was fun. If I go ahead and sign up, do I need to start right away or should I wait to sign up? I would wait until you are ready with supplies and your going live needs, because Whatnot will match up to, and the amount has changed. I want to say it's $150 right now. They will match your first $150 in sales in your first week. It is still 150. Okay, great. So you want to make sure that you utilize that. You want to capture that. So if you aren't sure that you can go live within a week, you need to do a minimum of 2 hours and you need to sell to a minimum of 5 different handles. So it can be the same person buying under 5 different accounts. You just have to have 5 different shipping labels, 5 different transactions. And as long as you do that and you reach 150 in sales, they will match you dollar for dollar on the first 150. So yeah, if you're ready, then yes, but you don't want to sign up and then something happen and then you don't get that match. That's free money that you're doubling up. Or you can run stuff cheaper knowing that they're matching. You can really utilize that either way. You could run dollar auctions, knowing that you're getting that extra dollar. There's things you can do to help also get your sales count up if you intend on staying on the platform long term. Because after 1,000 sales, you get paid from when you ship the item instead of when your customer receives their items. So you get paid much quicker. Um, yeah, I would definitely wait until the moment is right for you. Always do that first. Otherwise, it's stressful, and there's no need for that. And also, when you are ready, if you want to reach out to me, definitely have somebody in your corner, whether it's me or whether it's anybody else. Amy is also another seller supporter on here. And if I have missed you on here, please let me know if you do buyer seller support shows. But yeah, just have us send us a link to your first show and let us help by being there and supporting you on your first show, if we're able to make it, obviously. But yes, yeah, when you ship it, you will get paid. I don't have seller support. I'll just tell y'all I'm grateful and start crying. Oh no, man, just do you at all times. The rest of it, what you have typically sells itself. So you coming on is the cherry on top. Well, hello there, Miss Carissa. All right. Well, if there aren't any other questions, aloha. Wait a minute. You're not. Are you? Are you somewhere that I wish I was? Oh, okay. So we're both not really aloha, but okay. If only, right? I know. I was like, can I live vicariously through you? I just got home from vacation, but oh, I would love to go to Hawaii. I've never been. All right. Well, let's see who we can rate into. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it from up here because my other device, did the thing. Freedom, what was that? What so I know there's this new thing, but how do you do it? And what does it do? See, this is where I really need to find out what this stuff all happened while I was gone. What is that doing? So there's yeah, but what is that? What does it do? Like what is I got the notification, but I haven't taken the time. It's to get new bubbles. You get points and can buy new taps. Oh, well that's awesome. I love that. That one says "givey, givey, givey." I don't have TikTok. I really don't do social media, guys. I know that probably seems really weird because I'm on here, but I don't. I have social media, but I don't actually use it. So you earn them so I was in a show last night and it said while I was watching that I was earning something, and then if I made purchases that I would earn something. Um and so it's specifically for the bloopy bloops. Claim your daily points. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go there and learn about it. So, does it help the algorithm? Because if it helps the algorithm for the seller, I want to add it to my book, even if it's like a temporary, because this may not be permanent. But I need to know if it doesn't boost if it boosts the seller and stuff, I would love to make sure that I add that to my shows. Oh, the picnic cow is extended? Oh, that's real good because your girl still has not done a dang thing. That's a good reminder. The last one I did it so quickly and I turned it in like the 3 days after. I was already like what they chose was something I was already working on, but man, the jumbotrons I need to figure out how to use. I need to learn how to use all of it. I am so not with the program. They're they're going. When is that? I missed that too. I feel so lost. Are you going? How many are going? You're not on Facebook, so I'm always like, same girl, same. We're not goons. That hurts a little bit. So, uh, speaking of goons, y'all know that I have my Goonies shirt that I'm working on, right? Well, I have the potential to get a whole case of those shirts, and I really thought about it. I want to get some. Most likely because I'm going to mess my shirt up. I'm sure of it. I'm overthinking it way too much. Run a sticker. I want to see it. Excuse me. I know. I have been so away. I changed my Jumbotron. Run a sticker. I want to see it. Okay, hang on. I don't know what that means, but I'll run a sticker. Well, maybe I'll run a sticker. What the heck? Do I even have stickers in here? And let me see if I can. It should be fire instead of a W. Hang on real quick. Don't move a muscle. There. 33, 37, 87. Well, that didn't do what I think you wanted it to do. I just saw it. No, it just did the W. You saw retros? I All I got was the W. No, I just saw the W. I didn't even see your face. Normally it's your icon. And you got to see Panda? So that means that only you guys that are doing that can see it? Hang on. What the heck? Let me change the listing back. There. Oh, run as an auction. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Wait, 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 wait. Don't touch, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch it, don't touch it. Oh, it can't be edited while it's in this. Hang on. We got to let the timer run out. Nobody buy it. How many times are you going to hear a seller say that? Don't buy my stuff. Don't buy my stuff. I'm gonna run it as an auction. How much time do we have? 30 whole seconds. Gosh dang, that's gonna be like a million years. Hang on, let me turn my TV back on. Oh my gosh, 30 seconds is forever. 5, 4, 3, 2, sheesh, Louise. All right, 1 second. We're gonna run this as an auction. What? Edit listing. Next. Auctions. Auctions are unavailable when used. Oh, for heaven's sake. It's because it has variants. Discard. All right, I got to do something different. No, 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 no. Oh, dang it. I ran it for 30 seconds. Oh my God. You guys. Oh, okay. What the heck? Oh, 9 million years later. Well, you can in 10 more seconds. Never ever use that button. I'm telling you, don't do it. Wait till it's on the home screen. No, I'm not on vacation. I'm home now. I got nothing. I got a W. No. The seller doesn't get to see any of it. That's so rude. Did y'all all see it? Oh, hey, Deborah. I'm stressed because everybody gets to see. No, not everybody. So there's these new features on Whatnot, and not everybody gets to see it. There was fire, and Panda got to see it. Maybe it's only the betas, but I can't see hers. What the heck? Yeah, so Deborah, there's these new features that. So if you no, because if you screenshot it or if you do the clip, it still doesn't clip that kind of stuff, right? You have yours set up with flaming fire. I'll have to try. I'm gonna have to earn. I don't have any points. I don't even know what to do. So you're sending a screenshot. Okay. Let me go grab my other phone since my iPad died. Okay. Oh, okay. And so it does its whole little thing. Well, that's cool, even though I didn't get to see it. So you got to earn points, and then with your points, you get all these fun things. And the Jumbotron is for when you win auctions or buy something, or is it just auctions? Torchbearer, 50,000. Oh, I know, girl. It's like all over the place today. It's everywhere. I guess I'll just how much is the Ember? It comes up fully on the screen. Well, that oh, you know what? I need to mark retro. I need to mark you as unread so that way I will get your email. Otherwise, it will get lost. I had to take a break. My wrist and back was killing me. Oh my gosh, Mindy, that's so cute. Look at the EPP Mindy's working on. I love it. Oh, it's so cute. Love, love, love. She's doing the Colorado flag. It's going to be so awesome. Oh man. Okay. Uh-oh. Did I just get in my photo? So the reaction ones are like all these things. And so instead of the hearts, you can get these things to pop up. You're still on vacation mode? Yeah, I got home. I was delayed in Orlando. My flight got canceled because of weather. And yeah, those I can see. There's like a guitar, and I saw Givey a little bit ago, and then the W's. Are they W's or are those the hearts just stacked together? I think they're yeah. So are the Givey ones to ask the sellers to run Giveys? Is that like is some of it like communicative? Yeah, I can see those. You're the fire. Oh, so then I know who's who. Oh, I love that. The title is Gimme Givey. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then Take It, Rock On. I love it. Lychee Dub. What is Lychee Dub? So, and does any of this help the sellers with algorithm, or is this just like the hearts where it's just that feel good? So you when you open up your app, or when I opened up my app when I got home, it said lychee is a flavor or a color. Dub is W for what not or when. Oh, okay. A dub is for a win. Oh, I don't know the lingo. So yeah, it um I just always wonder. I wish there was more because sharing the shows, and I wish there was more I could do when I'm not able to purchase to help sellers. And I know that sharing the show and communicating in the chat is huge, but I wish some of these features did that too. That would be amazing. Oh shoot, retro. I need to mark you as unread again. There we go. And then Michelle, did you send me your email? How easy is it to earn the points? Okay. Let's learn this together because I'm very curious. So account. Hmm, so you do it in a show. Watch to earn more challenges. Oh, okay. So you can get it by referring, by bookmarking. Yep. Very cool. And when you shop, you get points for when you're purchasing. That's cool. So you get credit for just participating in shows and then oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, did you guys did how many of you got to see my my thrift shop, my trading card? Has anybody not seen it yet? I did a sneak peek of it. I got the artwork back. No? You haven't seen it yet? Okay. I'm so excited. I ordered myself I feel like he nailed it. So that'll be my card. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be working. Yes. Yeah, I'm so excited. I got them for the retreat and then I'll have 39 extra. So those 39 I'll put in the shop. Oh, Michelle, I got your email. Thank you so much. And then Amy, I already have your email. How far is Stillwater? Like an hour. It's about an hour and 10 minutes or so. No, I didn't order the 100. I don't think I did. I think I got 50. Was it 100? Maybe it is 100. Oh, now I don't know. Let me see. 50 no, 50 is what I got. I don't know my number yet. He just finished my artwork and I haven't been assigned a number yet. I kind of wanted to get 302 because that's the day I started Whatnot was on March 2nd. But I didn't want to pay the extra. I just thought, well, that's all right. I figured that whatever number I get will, I have a thing with numbers. And so I have a feeling it's going to marry well with something anyway. We'll see. Um, yeah, it's 50. 50 of them. I might get some more. We'll see how it goes. Your number two. Yeah, I have your card. I have your card up there. And so I have Disabled Vet, Amy's Treasures, So Happy Crafting. Oh, and I have two from Disabled Vet. I have one of his limited edition ones. Now his is 988 for the suicide hotline. I love that he uses that to advocate for that. Portions of all of his sales go to that organization to help with suicide prevention. So She Shed is completely on hold. Just too much going on right now work wise for my husband to actually get to. We've broke ground on it, but we haven't had the concrete poured or anything. So the space is there. It's probably not gonna happen by end of summer. It'll probably be more like the fall time. And it's not even a she shed. It's a 2,400 square foot shop, but my husband's getting 1,200 of it. My son and my future daughter-in-law, they're getting a 600 square foot apartment, and then I'm getting 600 square foot for my studio. And then eventually I'll outgrow that 600. I'm sure of it. And then my husband's going to have to go build himself a shop somewhere else so I can take over the 1,200 one day. That's the plan. Hi, you two. Yep. You guys have been chasing each other. You're panting. Go in the other room. Go get a drink of water. Thank you much. Yeah, that's the plan. I started out in a 120 square foot room. It's a 12 by 10 room. It was our office. This was my master bedroom. So now we're in here, and this one's like 20 by 15. So now I'm at like 300 square feet. So then when I go, I've been doubling up. So next step is 600. And then after that, he'll lose his 1200. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe 600 will be enough. I don't know. I'm really crammed in here. It's been everything I do, I sell from right here. When the show's over, I put on somebody else's show, and then I do all my shipping from here. So I do sell batting. I have cotton poly blended. I have 60/40 blend, and then I have just 100% poly. I have low pile and high pile. Um, and then I've got the thermobond, the stuff for like microwaves and stuff. But yeah, I do have it. I have bolts of it. I've never sold it before. It's going to be a lot like yarn where it's very bulky. So um, I'll have to do an order and then see like the dimensions and stuff to even kind of get an idea. Cause I'm definitely not just going to cut a random size. I'll wait. Um, so yeah, if anybody needs that, just holler at me. I sell it by the yard. It's on bolt for baby quilts. So polyester will melt. So technically cotton would always be the better choice. Um, but it's also more expensive than the poly. If you do the blend, which is what I like the blend, it's a natural cotton and then poly blend. It's kind of like a oatmeal color. It's not white. Um, Low pile, yep, low pile's good because then if they're belly sleepers, their face isn't, in the fluff. Um, I liked using flannel for my baby blankets as a backing. Um, but again, you can use batting and then put a backing, just whatever kind of blanket you're trying to make. It's to each their own, really. My grandma always just used the polyester 1 inch batting. That was what ours were made with. And they eventually kind of flatten over time. The cotton one's nice and thin, but plush. So that cotton really keeps it a little more dense. There's more weight to it. Yeah, low pile is good for bag making. Yep. Very much like Vera Bradley bag, if you think of it that way. Those quilted bags, very nice for that. And then there's I have another one, but it's not as wide. Is this it? No, that's my interfacing. There's a couple different kinds. Just really up to you what you want to use. I prefer flannel for babies just because it's thinner. You can layer them. But yeah, either which way. And my music turned off again. It is dead quiet in here. That is the worst. The worst sound in the world is when I can hear my heartbeat. And you would think that sounds wrong, that it's bad to hear my heartbeat, but I don't. I literally can feel it already all the time. I'm overly sensitive, and now I can like borderline hear it. Freaks me out. I have to have noise. I can't stand the quiet. Anything. Well, y'all, it's lunchtime. Um, and it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I might come on later tonight. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Oh, Michelle, you just got the last cone threader. You get spasms in your ear. Oh gosh, girl, is that like tinnitus? Do you get like the ringing with that, or is it just the pain? Oh, sounds like drums. Oh gosh, and it's from your heartbeat, right? You get the sound. You're hearing it because makes you like uber aware of your inner body. Mm, no bueno. As long as it doesn't hurt, though. That would just be if it actually sounds like somebody's whacking a drum in there. Mm. But hang on a sec. I've got my other phone over here now. I don't have to get all up in y'all's face. Oh, I'm horrible. Well, I do have a notepad. Maybe I do know who asked me. Someone asked me about getting more Aliso irons in, and I do have one in. It's the yellow one that matches mine. I got another one. I'm hoping to get the teal and the pink one in, and I want to get either a Cafe or a Tula themed one, but I don't I don't want to pay more for something that does the same exact thing just because it looks a little different. But hey, if you want one that's Tula or Cape, let me know because I really don't want to buy it and get stuck with it because I don't care if it's Tula inspired or Cape inspired. But if you care and you want one, I will get you one. But I just assume get the yellow or the teal one because they're cheaper and they do the same dang thing. It's just cosmetics. Martha M. Martha M, are you here? They're $60. They're $60. Yep. It's the M. I think I have M2. Yeah. It's M2 Pro Aliso. This one's in box. And then I can show you what it looks like because I've got mine. So it hangs like this. And then this is also for you to set it on when you're ironing. And it's literally the perfect handheld size. This was the first iron I have bought since the one that I got from my grandma, my Kenmore iron. Which still works by the way, but I was so nervous to iron any of my higher end fabrics with my old iron because I used to starch my ex-husband's camis with it. Like I've had that sucker forever. So I went ahead and I got this one. The M3 Pro is a little bit larger, and it also has a different setting. It's an always on setting, I think is the only difference really. And it has a light. This one does not have a light, but I also am not the type to iron in the dark. I'm not that talented. So it's an Aliso M2 Pro iron. It's for pressing seams. It has a very nice, let me show you here. Get some of the cord out of the way. So it has a really nice precision tip. So it'll open up seams really nicely to press out seams. How much would 3 of them be? They're just $60. That's I don't have a markup high on them. It's just because I just can't do that. But yeah, they're $60. And if you buy more than one, you're gonna save on the shipping because they'll all ship together for only $8.88. That's the most I charge for shipping. Um, but yeah, they're $60. You can use your coupons. Absolutely, use those coupons that you have on anything you purchase from me. It's good on everything from me. But yeah, they would be. I don't think I can. I would have to order. I think I would have to order like 30 of them at a time to get the price down. It's like a significant amount, and I don't have the space to order a pallet's worth or a half a pallet. Um, or I would do that for y'all. So yeah. It's not in my shop? Did somebody buy it? Hmm. Well, let me figure that out because I have the one. Let me see. Oh, it says it's out of stock. Hang on. It won't let me add it to the show. Oh, apply. Is it there now? I don't understand. Did that work? The heck? I think I bought the last one you had. No, I mean, I got that one in with my order because I'd ordered another one. Oh, it's right here. It didn't work from the inventory page. There it is. That's it. That's for this one. It's the yellow one. It's a twinny one with mine. So, like I said, I hope to get a teal one. Not just the yellow one. Yes, I did send you one. How do you love it? Are you using it? I love the size because I'm really awkward anyway with ironing since I've gone several years without really using it on the daily after I got divorced. So, and that was 17 years ago or 18 years ago. But yeah, this size, it's really great. You have it's I just absolutely love it. My ironing board is just a tabletop one. And then I have my big pressing pad. It's about an inch thick. I was going to offer those in my shop, but to ship it, I have to roll it up and to flatten it. I'm telling you right now, it was a pain in the rear. I had to set so much stuff on it to get it flat. I was annoyed. And so I don't want you to get something from me and be annoyed. Do recommend you get one because they're great, but if you can find one that comes flat, that's the way to go. When I ordered it, I didn't know how I was going to get it. I just cuz I know sometimes they'll roll stuff up, but I really thought with the thickness of it that it would come in a big flat box, but nope, they rolled it up and I don't recommend that. So definitely when you're looking for one, find one that's not rolled. It's annoying. And it still kind of has like a little bit of a bow in it. Now while you're using it, it still does all the things. It's just I'm weird like that. I don't like that kind of stuff. I need to plug it. Yes, plug it in. Girl, plug that thing in. You'll love it. I absolutely love mine. It's so good. Like it's weird to describe because it is at the end of the day an iron, but it really is wonderful for those precision seam splitting. It does that really nicely. The heat is very consistent. The steam it seems to steam it just perfectly. You don't get water spatter. You don't get any of that. I really like it a lot. So, adulting is fun for those reasons. New iron. Yeah. Yeah. Caleb he had bought this vacuum for his room and he was so geeking out over it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you like, because he's 20, he'll be 25, but yeah, I've instilled in him like the coolness of getting a new gadget. He's like, check it out, and he's like doing how it goes like super flat and goes under the bed. He's like, this is so cool, and I was like, I love that you love it this much, but truly at 25, you should be jazzing out about not a vacuum. But it's good. We should be happy with the things that we buy. Oh, did we lose Sue? And that I can appreciate the crazy look because they don't know if it's a trap. It's different when you ask for it. It's another thing if you're expecting roses and you get a broom, be a little different. But yeah, no, if you want what you want, it's best to stick with that. Chore gifts aren't really gifts, though, in my opinion. Those things are for any time. Well, you know what? If it's for a little like a luxurious version of something, that's when it becomes giftable to me. So if I need a broom, you best not gift it to me. If you're upgrading my broom or if you're upgrading my stuff because you want to get me like a fancier one, that's where it converts in my brain to a gift because it means it wasn't necessary, but it was good. So yeah, I agree. Like if it's a necessity, you best not be gifting it to me. But if it's not a necessity, okay. true. You got a vacuum and a shampooer one year for Christmas. I would have been excited too. Yeah, when the Bissell Steam Shot came out, my kids were like right at that age where they were less messy, but spills were still happening, and that spot shot was perfect for whenever they would do something because like you could just set the machine down right on the floor and it would spot clean and all the things like right there. Oh, I loved that dang thing. I absolutely loved it. You got a sander? Oh man, that's all kinds of things waiting to happen. Yeah, to me that's more of like a craft tool. So yeah, again, if it's for something that's not necessary, if it is truly just for fun and or a little bonus, I'm all for that. Yeah. Yeah, the Bissell Spot Shot was where it's at. And I don't even know if they make it anymore. They should. If they don't, they should bring it back because it was genius. You literally just it had a little tank. It was kind of like the vacuums that were just the little portable thing with the big hose, but it was just that. And you would plug it in and you would set it right on top of the stain, and it would just do the brushing and the wetting and the sucking up of all the stuff. You just set it down. You didn't have to do nothing. It did it all for you. It was fabulous. All right, Hazel, come here. You got to quit doing circles. Come on. Out, out, out. Let's go. Go get a drink of water. Come on. There you go. This way. Good girl. Go lay down or go get a water. Ay, ay, ay. You got the little green. Doesn't little green machine, isn't that's a Bissell, right? Is it Dirt Devil Spot Shot or Bissell Spot Shot? Because there's the little green machine too. I got the green machine one year. Yeah. But that one you actually have to push, right? Isn't that the one that it's more like just a larger hand vac? Like shot yeah. Yeah, the spot shot was like you just set it down. Let's Google this. Let's see if they still make it. Because I highly recommend it. Well, it's pulling up the spray. Let's see here. Those ones have the wand. Maybe it was Dirt Devil. Let me add Dirt Devil to it. Spot cleaner, Dirt Devil. Trying to remember what color it was. Spot scrubber. Is that it? No, that's a handheld one. Oh, this is going to bug the crap out of me. So it was a circle, spot, brush, cleaning vacuum. I don't know how else to describe it. Steamer, maybe? Steamer, spot, removal, machine. What the heck? Oh, right here. Steam away. It is a steam away. Right here. You set that sucker down. You just set it straight down. It's called Steam Magic. And maybe that's why I'm thinking Spot Shot. I bet I sprayed Spot Shot and then put that sucker down on top of it. Maybe that's how I did it. Bissell had one. It looks just like that. You just set it down right on the stain. But I thought it was black. That's why I was starting to wonder if it was Dirt Devil or not. But this one has blue. I don't remember it being blue. Unless I had a knockoff one. Maybe that was what I had. I don't remember Namco. That's for dang sure. It looked more like this. It looked like that. Like this little green thing over here, like the green machine, but the bristles were on one side and you just set it down. But yeah, you just set it down on the stain. That's so weird. Of all the things you can Google from the past, you would think that you could still find this stuff. And my music went off for the 50th time today. So annoying. Oh, before I forget, I have for EPP for tomorrow. When I got those crayons, they had their school supplies on sale, and truly I've heard, and I'm gonna trust. I'm gonna try it, but that the Elmer's disappearing glue and the Pen Gear disappearing glue is pretty much the same stuff when you're getting like the fabric version, and they had the kids version on sale. So I bought the 2 packs of Elmer's. I bought a bunch of these, and then I also bought a bunch of these. So they're both 2 packs of the disappearing glue. I'm just gonna run them at $1. So if anybody wants these, it's cheaper than the ones I've been buying. And of course, like I've always said, if it works, it works. Um, I won't go back to the other if these are cheaper and they do the same job. So we're gonna do a testing. I'm gonna test what I have versus the school version. Um, Bissell Spot Clean at Walmart. It's black. Then that's probably it. But I don't know why it's not pulling up on the internet. That's dumb. I literally just did, well, maybe because I was doing spot cleaner and spot and cleaner instead of clean. I don't know. It should still pull up. I hate the internet sometimes. But these are both disappearing purple. So they start out purple and then they go clear. They're both washable, all the things. So we're going to do a side-by-side comparison tomorrow. You use Elmer's. There we go. So yeah, when I bought it originally, I got the kind that was for crafting for fabric. But these ones are, again, they're just school glue, but I've heard that it does the same. You've heard it here. Mindy says this is what she uses and it works great. And it makes it a heck of a lot cheaper. And I'm all about that. I'm all about affordable. So I bought 10 of this and I bought 10 of this. So there we go. And I just got the other because I bought out the other. I bought out the Elmer's, and so then I bought the Pen Gear. And I use Pen Gear for all my tape. If y'all don't use Pen Gear tape, you're probably overpaying. Sticky, but not too sticky. Perfect. That's the whole point. It's temporary. That's what I use. I use Pen Gear for my packing tape. Absolutely love it. I've ordered different stuff from Amazon and been highly disappointed. It's like it just doesn't want to stick to the boxes or the bags. But Pen Gear packing tape, it's a winner. You get 4 of them for like $6. That's what I buy. Pen Gear brand is actually really nice. I like it. All right. I said I was going to find a raid like an hour ago. Can I buy Pen Gear glue now? Oh, yeah. Here. There we go. It fixed it. I have 10 of the Pen Gear. There we go. There we go. You just add it to your stuff. Um, the Oh, you're welcome, Amy, Michelle. Those are coming to you. Um, the half hexy templates and the diamond templates and the papers. Oh, you're the best. Um, those two items are not in the shop today, but I will get them in there today. Yesterday was just like a kind of get back to norm routine. So if you're doing your hexies and you want to straighten out your borders, I do have the half hexy template paper. I don't have the tack it easy for it, but you can use your full size hexagon tack it easy template to get all the sides folded over. There's just you just have to slide it over and then fold for that last side that's larger, and you kind of have to give it a little help, but it'll do the other three sides no differently. So there is a tack it easy for the half hexy, but again, I like to save money where I can. So if I can just use what I already have, I will. And I would just use the full size hexy tack it easy for that. Um, but we'll probably do a little bit of a tutorial on that as well, to how to square it off. Do you sell the folding things? Yes, I do. The sizes, the 1.5 and 2 inch, I have exclusively set up for the kits, but I have 1/2 inch, 3/4, or 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4, 1 1/4 inch, 1 3/4 inch. I have those 5 sizes available for purchase anytime. So, but the ones that are specifically for the kits, because of what happened a couple weeks ago, where I, I had that back order and it screwed up getting everything out at one time. I can't have those available for individual purchase because I need to have them available for when someone gets a kit so I don't run into that issue again. And I do have another order coming and I'm expecting it now to be a 3-week wait. So what I have, I'm kind of keeping tight on. But if you, it's called Tack It Easy, and I will have them pretty readily available. Um, Now that I know my true wait time, I went ahead and placed another order. You've been trying to find them, so um, well, if the Aliso wasn't in there, I wonder if because those should be in there too. Let me go to my inactive. Let me see what's going on. Yep, there's the inch, uh, 1/2 inch, 5/8, and 3/4 is right there. You just pick which size you want, and then let me see how many. Well, this is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and I'll pull the kit. Let me type kit in here real quick. I'll pull the kit. Um, that way you can purchase the 1 inch. That because if I don't pull it, I won't remember to change the quantity. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I have those quantities are accurate. And so I'll pull it real quick so that way it won't be, I'll have it pulled to the side as inactive. And it's the 1 inch. All right. So they're not even, those aren't even in there right now. There we go. Here we go. I pulled the I pulled the kit listings. So if any of these sell, if any of that sells, I can update. So it shows I have 3. Let me see if any of those are. Let me see if that's the 1 inch. I'll change that to 2. I'll change them all to quantity 2, and then I'll go and I'll remove 2 from the kits. There we go. So if you need to purchase any of those 3 sizes there, which are the kit sizes, um, there's now 2 available of each size, but that's all I can do is 2. I need to keep the others for the kits. Those typically sell when I'm not live. It's for 1. You get 1 Tack It Easy. And then let me go into the let me reduce the kit by 2. So 7 and 4. Done, done. Next, save. And then this one, 4 and 4. Done. Next, save. And then the 2-inch is 1 and 1. Next, save. All right, so the kits are now updated to current inventory. So now I can leave all of those in there at the same time. I should have just done it that way to begin with, but this is all new to me. So yeah, I will have to wait until I get some payout of what not to get it. Sorry. No, no worries. No, that happening helped me like actually use my brain for a second and fix it because I had pulled everything out so that way I couldn't accidentally oversell because I had my inventory count was just completely wrong, but now it's correct. So now you can get up to 2 individuals or and now the kits show that I have less kits available, but it's because I have them over here as individual purchase. Yeah, I don't like when I hated that my inventory was off. That really bugs the tar out of me when that happens. So I had to just take it out completely. For those that aren't getting the book today and still want the information, again, make sure you're going into the auction tab and grabbing your screenshots because those are free. You just go in there and swipe through all the pictures and take screenshots. Um, is that gonna? Okay, good. That's everything. All right. Any other things that I can run or answer question wise for being a seller or even as a buyer? Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and look to see about a raid. Hope you were able to find someone for my spot. So sorry. Oh, girl, things happen. It's all right. I haven't filled any spots yet. Um, but that's okay. Um, yeah, no worries at all. I don't want it to be a burden on anybody ever. That would bother me more. That would just eat me alive. So no, do not worry one bit. I'm hoping it will be a more annual thing, and so that way there'll be other opportunities to do it. Let's see here. I'm gonna go see So Happy Crafting. She's doing a wheel game. Girl, what are you stealing my screenshots for? You don't have to steal them. They're free. They're free. Um, yeah, we're gonna go right into So Happy Crafting. I love watching her wheel games. I don't typically participate in them because it's too big of a gamble for your girl, but I do like to watch. I love watching people win fun things. Yours are better than mine. Oh, stop. It all says the same stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, either way, I have a Rico.
I have a Rico for a wheel game. What's a Rico? My like Oh, you have a recommendation. Okay, who? No, no. So who is it? Danny Yards. Oh, I watched her do one too. It was like an Alexander Henry Americana one. It was a lot of fun. Is she on right now? You did? Oh, she's not on right now. Okay. Oh yeah, if she's ever on, totally. Yeah, I went to her Americana one. It was over 4th of July, or right after 4th, right before 4th, something like that. But yeah, I saw that she was doing one. You get a half yard no matter what, but you have the chance of winning Alexander Henry half yard. And it was like the pinup girl baseball, or they were so cute. I really loved that. Yeah, I would love to do a show like that, but I don't know. I spent 16 for getting 3 half yards. Hey, that's a deal right there. Alexander Henry ain't cheap. Yeah, and getting a half yard regardless, I think that's a great like minimum purchase. You're at least getting a half yard of fabric, right? I think that's good. So, yeah, I would love to set up a show like that. I did it with lounge flies, but I don't know how it would really work with fabric. That's why I like watching So Happy do hers. Danny's was a lot of fun. Um, her half yards are right off the bolt, so I think that's good. I might utilize that technique where if you don't win one of the bigger prizes, I just cut your yardage at the end so you can have larger pieces if you do multiple bids. Um, yeah, it is a lot of fun. I really enjoy watching it. I really like watching any of those little wheel games. I think it's a lot of fun. So, it's good fabric, moda, and everything. Yeah. That's important too. She's doing one at 3:15 your time. So what is that? 1:15 here? No, that's 5:15 here. Earlier than you or later than you. So at 5 here. Yeah. Wheel of Chaos. Okay. Yeah, if you guys wanna see a really fun game, and I think the minimum is you get a half yard of fabric. So definitely check out Danny Yards. We're gonna go see So Happy. She does, it's a huge scale. So she's got like 2, $300 items, and then some spins you'll get like charm square pieces of fabric. So there's a bigger risk reward in hers, but oh my gosh, I really love watching it. And she's as real as it gets, and I have a big appreciation for that. So we're gonna go see her, and then tomorrow is EPP day. So if you guys want to just come in and hang out and watch, or grab some fabric and join us, send pictures of your projects. Tomorrow we'll do that first. We'll get through some tutorial work, and then once that's done, I'll be running fat quarters, scrap bags, and some half yards. It's still needed for EPP if you're doing any type of large project, but I like to do the scrappy stuff so you can do small projects on a budget, or even as a beginner to not feel guilty about when you make mistakes. You know, that's what scrap bags are wonderful for. You can practice and not have any guilt if things don't quite work out. So I always say that's great for beginners is to get some scrappy bundles. And my scraps are anything that doesn't qualify as a quarter yard or a fat quarter. Anything smaller than those two measurements counts as scrap. So yes, and you keep doing your bags for sure. I even got the moon garden from her. And what? She had moon garden? Oh, well, there you go. And that makes it extra special to win it. I love that. And it was the blue one. Well, dang. All right, so I'll see you guys maybe later tonight. I don't know if I'll pop back on or not. I have some new fabrics that I didn't get to yesterday that I really wished I would have after I got done with my show. I was like, dang it, I forgot to run through these. So I might come on later tonight. It just depends on how things are going around here. But either way, I'll be back on tomorrow morning, 9:30 in the morning, Central Time. Coffee, EPP, and then some fast-paced, scrappy auctions and fat quarter auctions. So, oh, you're so welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being here today. All right, off we go to see Stevie, and I'll catch you guys.